And we're joined by friend of the show, Zuzka Sabata. And Zuzka is joining us because she has family in the Czech Republic and regularly returns there herself. Zuzka, can you talk about what's happening in Ukraine with the attack that Russia has made on Ukraine? How is that affecting what's going on in the Czech Republic?
Yeah, thanks, Mike. The Czech Republic does not border the Ukraine. There is Slovakia between us and the border of Ukraine. And thankfully, Czech Republic is in both the European Union and NATO. So politically speaking, the Czech people feel quite safe. However, there is an incredible outpouring of care and supplies moving east from the Czech Republic. The Czech government, the Czech Defense Ministry, has almost immediately started moving military supplies east to help with the defense of Ukraine. Private citizens have been chartering buses full of supplies to go to the Slovakian border to support the refugees that are pouring out of Ukraine onto the borders of Slovakia and Poland and Hungary. And the country is preparing to receive refugees from Ukraine. We also have a lot of Ukrainian immigrants on work visas living in the Czech Republic, and so officials have been reassuring people that if their temporary work visas are up, they're not going to be returned to a war zone. There have been calls for teams of psychologists to begin preparing to support both Ukrainians living in the Czech Republic who, are being greatly affected by what's happening in their homes, as well as to support refugees that might be coming into the country. So overall, the Czech people and the Czech government have been just responding both to support the Ukrainians in this horrible situation in all ways possible, because, it is not that far back in Czech history that it was invaded itself by the Russians. And as I've been listening to various responses on Czech radio and in the Czech news, the very reasons and attitude that Putin has given for invading the Ukraine echo very directly the way that Adolf Hitler spoke about Czechoslovakia shortly before invading it in World War II. So this dynamic is very close to home for Czech people.
I wanted to ask about that because there is a history that the people in the United States have not experienced when it comes to dealing with invasion, whether it be in World War II by Nazi Germany or by Russia. I would imagine the response from people in the Czech Republic is pretty visceral, I would think.
Absolutely, and it was immediate. I mean, I heard about it from my mother a day after the invasion occurred, and immediately went online to see, what the Czech news was saying, what was happening as a response, and went to Facebook to see what my Czech friends were saying and doing. And the Facebook page for my high school in the Czech Republic, at the top of the page was an enormous post about what to bring to a shopping center because a bus was going to be loaded up with supplies to bring to the border. They would drop the supplies and then receive refugees to bring back. So just from ordinary people, there's been an immediate response for help. Literally millions of dollars were raised within a few days to support nonprofit organizations that would be helping people on the ground in Ukraine. It's very close to home. The Czech foreign minister has been very vocal about the complete inappropriateness of the aggression of the attack. Essentially, the Czech media is reporting the government's response and the action that the European Union is taking right now in terms of figuring out how to respond to this act, which is considered illegal. There have been huge protests all over the Czech Republic, in Prague and in Brno, in sympathy for Ukraine against the war. Protests outside of the Russian embassy in Prague. The hackers that took down Russian media have been reported. Mainly what the Czechs are focusing on in the media are spreading information on how people can help ordinary Ukrainians figure out what to do in this situation. So there's a lot of information being shared on social media about where to donate if people have material goods to offer, what to do about that. Politically speaking, this is certainly all about just preserving democracy in Europe. The outbreak of war in Europe, again, is not wanted, obviously, and everybody takes it very seriously. Primarily, the message is of European solidarity against Russian aggression.
Zuzka Sabata, thank you very much for joining us on the news program. We really appreciate your insight because you're able to give us a view from the people of the Czech Republic that most of us really aren't hearing from or about.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity, and Slava Ukraine.